Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everybody. My name is Nurul Izzah binti Zahari and I'm from class FIA1C. The topic of the speech that I'm going to deliver today is the surprising effect of loneliness on health. Loneliness, if you think about it in the first place, it was a topic that not everybody brought it out in a conversation. What was the first thing that come out of your thought when you heard the word of loneliness? I am sure and guarantee that most of you never found loneliness as one of the things that can be life-threatening issue in our daily life. Due to our current situation nowadays, that needed us to be in a pandemic without ever noticing the effect of loneliness on health is already had a huge impact on our society. Based on a global survey, it is found out that 33% in the age group of 16 to 78 years old experience loneliness worldwide. This should take into consideration because it can get worse if no action had taken. Thus, we need to know some of the effects of loneliness on health that most people do not know before taking the action in preventing it from happening. Now, you must be wondering, can loneliness bring any bad effect on your health? Let me answer that for you. Yes, loneliness can bring bad effect towards someone without we even noticing, and there are some of it that you never thought or think about. Hence, my speech for today is about 3 surprising effects of loneliness on our health that a large portion of people in our society do not notice or cognizance of, which of raising the level of stress hormone, lack of self-care, and effect on the immune system. First and foremost, I'm going to tell you one of the biggest effects of loneliness on our health, which is raising the level of stress hormone. Based on a report or research from Jane E. Brody in 2013, it is found out that loneliness can affect health by increasing the level of stress hormone. This is because when someone associates with loneliness, brain will have a large tendency on increasing the activity of stress hormone. Brain hormones will be associated with stress, such as cortisol, which is a steroid hormone that regulates a wide range of processes throughout the body. An excessive amount of it will cause mood swing in the form of anxiety and depression. This can lead someone to show depressive symptoms such as unhealthy weight loss and a sense of helplessness that can lead to the cycle of isolation. This can lead to an increased chance of getting a life-threatening disease. For example, increasing the risk of getting heart disease. This is because stress will increase the blood pressure that causes the undermining regulation of circulatory system. Hence, the heart muscle will work harder and causing the blood vessel to be subject to damage by disturbance in the blood flows. Other than that, someone that lacked companionship or felt left out, in other words, felt lonely, also can cause inflammation of joint. Due to this, it can lead to many types of disease, such as arthritis, which is the stiffness and pain in the joint that causes by the swelling and the tenderness of one or more joints. Therefore, as we can see, loneliness is proven and convinced that it can increase the level of stress hormone. Now, let us talk about the next effect of loneliness on our health, which is lack of self-care. Did you know that one of the reports shows that lonely people are often found lacking in self-care in their daily routine? Can you believe it? Neither did I. This is because most people who undergo loneliness were found to decline in the ability to perform daily routine. Lonely people often neglect their eating lifestyle by taking an unhealthy and not well-balanced meal in daily life. This is often caused by the thinking that due to the need to prepare only one self-meal, they do not need to put any extra care on the food that just make it simple or thrown together. Hence, the food prepared mostly do not contain all the needed categories in the food pyramid. Other than that, loneliness also can lead to a decrease in efficiency and quality of sleep. This is to having nothing to do or no one to interact with. People with loneliness often having a hard time sleeping during the night due to spending of time in bed, doing something else that causes by the feeling of loneliness instead of sleeping. This can lead to the decrease of dissociative both mentally and physically. Furthermore, most lonely people are also known to have poor hygiene. Loneliness can lead someone to be careless about their self-hygiene. This may cause them by having a hard time doing daily hygiene routine such as bathing or even grooming. People that feel lonely also found that they're lacking the exercises activity in their daily lifestyle. This is due to the lack of motivation caused by the feeling of loneliness in their life. Now, you can find yourself knowing that lacking of self-care in daily life is one of the effects of loneliness on our health. Lastly, I will tell you the last but not certainly the least, the effect of loneliness on health, which is the effect on the immune system. Loneliness is known to reduce the response of antibody towards disease. This is because loneliness can be found as one of the forms of stress that will depress the immune system from working effectively. This will cause the human body to easily get infected by disease or be sick and taking more time to get well. This is because people who live alone and felt lonely are more responsive toward the effect of stress compared to other people due to the lack of social support. Next, it is also found that a lonely person has an immune system that works rather differently from other people. People that undergo loneliness often have a rather active and responsive white blood cell compared to the other people. This may cause the result in inflammation. This can be more severe and result in chronic inflammation that can lead to an increase in the risk of getting cancer. On top of that, they are found that show lonely people seem to be shutting down some of the genes that make their bodies sensitive, cortisol, which lower the inflammation. This may result in increasing the defense inflammation response. All the changes in the immune system of a person can experience loneliness is due to biological change that result from stress condition. Now, what do you think about all the effect of loneliness on health that I already told you guys? If I say so myself, loneliness is not a type of thing that we should take as a light matter. I hope by now all of you can already tell some of the effect of loneliness on our health that I already mentioned in earlier of speech, which is raising the effect of stress hormone, lack of self-care, and effect on the immune system. Lastly, to wrap up all of my speech for today, we know that there is a lot more effect of loneliness toward our health that we can find by research and many others. Therefore, we must be more aware of loneliness because it can affect our daily life and prevent us from living our life to the fullest. This is because we only live once. Therefore, we need to live it the way that we want to, without having anything that can stop us, even loneliness that can give small or bigger effect on us. that's all for me. Thank you.